guys, it's Rad back with Off the Dirt with Bem Team Racing. I wanted to introduce to you Bam. She is our lady driver.
Hi.
Welcome to the lounge.
It's very familiar.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's amazing when you clean up an office and you have space to work out of.
Yeah.
So Bam, as I just said, is our lady driver. She's actually got a race history as well, dating back to her and Spud back at Boondocks, back starting in 2009 it is?
Yeah.
Yep. So you want to give everyone some background history, how it all started with you and Spud back then?
Pretty much he covered it. I told him I wanted to try it, and he said, well, there's the car. Put a helmet on, strap me in. At the time, it did have a passenger seat, so he got in, strapped into, and taught me how to drive a standard. So my first official driving a standard was on the track. Now I can drive one on the road.
It's a good thing to have, that's for sure,
Yeah.
because back then it was just pop it in gear and go.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all you had to do back then.
Yeah, now that I've been driving a standard for a while on the road, I miss just popping and going, to be honest with you. And my poor little Jeep doesn't like that when I try to go pop and go.
Yeah, the Jeep is not made for race car material.
No. But she's a good Jeep.
So you raced in Boondocks at Skowhegan,
Yep.
now known as Get Her Done.
Yep.
And you got a third place win.
I did. I got a couple actually, but I only got one trophy out of the ladies' tour of the sponsor of Get Her Done there. Because it was only like one half season that they did ladies, and
Yep.
then I ended up being put in the men's class. I raced against Spud. We never touched, and everybody was like, "You guys are husband and wife, and you don't take it out at each other on the track. How come?" I'm like, "It's a different zone out there for us. We never once tried to bump and grind on each other purposely. We stayed away from each other." I did have some nasty rollovers for myself and ladies, especially on that track.
Yep, rollovers, that's all part of racing right there. We've all had our share of the rollovers with the team, and you might see some of those this season that we catch on video, that's for sure.
It's a possibility. So
Yep.
far, so good.
So you raced a Tercel back then just like you do now.
Yeah, I like the little cars. They go pretty good.
Yep, they do. So
Hard to find parts for that little car, but you know, we made it work.
Yep.
Still now, with my Tercel I have now, finding parts. So sometimes we're fabricating our own parts because they don't sell that thing no more.
Yeah. Pretty much the Band-Aids that got to get put on to get it through.
Yeah.
So I know after 2012 racing pretty much ended for you. Your car blew up.
Yeah.
Ended up scrapping it.
Yeah, my car, we left it at the track. I think somebody might have tampered at it, but there's no proof that somebody tampered with it. I took it around for the heat race, and it kind of just fell on its face.
Yeah.
Did everything I could to get the power back for the feature, and didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
that unfortunately was the end of it. So after 2012, you and I ended up getting together.
Yeah.
You and Spud just wasn't working out anymore.
yeah.
He continued off and on racing here and there. At the time, I wasn't into racing, and me and Bam settled down, focusing on family and whatnot. So we fast forward now to 2022, and we ended up going out to Unity to watch Spud race.
Derek Spud, whatever we want to call him.
We're trying to go by nicknames here because it's more fitting for us. But so Spud had a race. I had helped him. We all helped him get a car together that was in the yard, the Scion that we try not to think about.
Yeah. The headache child there of the race family, huh?
So
Poor little car had all it could do to go at times, but he made it work.
Yep, because that's
for
what
being an automatic, he made it work.
that's what brought us to how we came to be, because we took the kids out to go spectate
Yep.
and watch Spud go around the track, and me being the mechanic, that ain't running right.
No.
I could tell it was not running right, something was off.
And then he surprised you by throwing you in the car for the mechanic race, I heard. And that's when you realized that it wasn't running right or getting the power it needed.
Oh no, I already knew that thing was a turd.
Yeah.
Because originally, once I told Spud that I needed to be in the pits with him because he needed a mechanic, that's when I found out the car had a bad ignition coil.
Yeah.
Quick fix, got him back on the track, he was going better. He got the 1/3 place out of that car. and it just wasn't made for. It wasn't
wasn't-
made to race. It did its best, but
I don't think it was made for dirt, to be honest.
yeah, considering he put that thing on 2 wheels in
Yeah.
the bank, but yeah, he put me in the mechanics race. That's what really hooked me on racing at that point. But that's when I also realized this car sucks because it couldn't get out of its own way.
Yeah, that's when we all made the vow right there. Our next cars were going to be standards.
Yep.
They go better.
So we end up all saying we're getting into racing. That's when Ben was born.
Yeah.
Ben became born.
And it didn't take us long after that race that we went and pit crewed for that we all, I think, got cars. I think the last car we bought was the teen car.
Yep,
Yeah.
the teen car would be the last one we got. So we started our 23 season at Unity. Spud had the Cobalt, you had the Tercel we picked up, and I had the Honda Civic.
Yep.
Me and Spud raced together in the Fast Fours, you raced the ladies.
Yep.
So we had 3 cars out every week running at Unity. Downfalls, I blew a motor, Spud blew a clutch. So him and I were out.
Spindles. He
The
was good at
spindles that he was
that.
constantly
Oh, yeah.
going through on that car.
Me, I just happened to do half the dang season on 3 valves.
Yeah, 3 cylinders.
Yeah.
Because something never sounded right about that car, but we never bothered looking into it because it was still winning trophies. It's like
He was pulling in the top 3 at all the races, so there wasn't.
until we decided to do a compression test and find out cylinder 1 had left the chat completely.
Yeah.
All because of a burned valve.
Yeah.
But like I said in the last video, we threw literally one
One
valve
valve,
back
yeah.
in that engine, put it back on the track, and that thing was getting right out of its own way, even better than before.
Yeah, still bringing home at least the top 2, 3.
Yep. And we finished out 2023. We all ran our first long john as a team. My success was not so well landing on my side, but
No, that's one way to end your rookie year, though.
Yep.
I mean,
and you were out there with a lot of rookie ladies for that
oh my gosh.
long john.
I got smashed and bashed, broke the rear control sway bar in the back
Yep,
of
the
the car.
rear track bar
Yeah.
broke. Yep.
I'm like, I'm done. 2 blown tires. I couldn't control it because of that being broken. I'm like,
Yeah.
something's not right. I'm done. I
Yep.
didn't even finish the 30 laps, I think it was.
Yeah, I can't remember how many laps the long john was. It was definitely a rough race for all of us, but
Yeah.
on the plus side, Spud was at least able to
Pull
pull
off
out a top 10
9.
finish for us.
9 or
Ninth.
10.
It was one
two.
of the 2, yeah. So it was a rough ending to the season, but we finished as a team. We brought home a lot of top 3s for one track,
We
and
did.
so we spent the winter getting the cars fixed for the next season, and that's when we found out Get Her Done was opening back up.
Yep.
So our initial plan was to dual track and run 2 cars per track.
Yeah.
So we were going to have you and Dom run Get Her Done while me and Spud ran Unity. Unfortunately, that didn't happen because we didn't have the cars. Spud's car, we had to get rid of the Cobalt. The thing was ready to fall in half, or fall apart. It was ready to split in half,
The
literally.
frame was going bad.
Yeah. And at the time, Dom didn't have a car built.
Nope. We just bought his car and
Yeah.
stripped it out halfway through the summer, I think, or
Yep.
spring.
We had started,
Yeah.
but we didn't have anything to get it finished. So in the meantime, the Tercel was being used for the 2 of you to run it, Get Her Done.
Yep.
So you were running ladies, and you were also having him run the teens.
Yeah. He was
So
doing pretty good. I think he did great in the Tercel just as well as I did on that track.
Yep.
But then again, now it's Get Her Done. It was my home track back when I was racing, when
Yep.
I started. So I was used to it being a short track because it is shorter than Unity, I will admit. But it's just as fun as Unity. So
oh yeah. Yep. The short track I even found to be more fun when I started coming over to help with their car counts. And
Yep.
I just found that I was able to connect better on the short track than I was at Unity, but I was still dealing with handling problems with the car and trying to get tuning and whatnot.
yeah.
I did get a lot of top 3s, more so at Get Her Done than Unity, but I was constantly battling with engine problems, tuning problems, and handling all at once. So every race for me was always a battle trying to retweak everything, but not every lap is the same when you're on dirt.
Exactly.
And we all know that.
Yep.
But then we got Dom's car finished, so we had at least 3 cars back on the team. Spud was able to jump in a few cars and get some races in at least, which
Yep.
was great. We're really hoping to get his car done this season. But yeah, it was really disappointing because we really wanted to have 2 cars at Unity, but where they did away with the ladies class, that really put a damper on it for you to race there again, because you did have some really good races.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with the ladies acceleration tour, we don't do tar. We also don't have the time to travel all over to the other tracks, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're really limited with
Well,
full work schedules.
full-time jobs makes it really hard for us to even sometimes
Yeah.
focus on our cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the hardest thing, because you got to figure, working as much as we do, we're taking care of a family and everything else. We got to focus on so much, so it's a busy life for us at all times. So right now we're looking into the 2025 season coming up. I'm going to give credit to my video guy and editor in training right now for the replica model of the Honda Civic on the lift, because my car spends the most time on the lift.
sure does.
And I get reminded of that all the time, especially for the one who's,
Got the most trophies?
Yeah. she gets all the credit on that. I don't even deny it. Nope, looking forward to the 25 season though. Like I had the conversation with Spud, it looks like we're going to be only get her done this year, especially with scheduling and whatnot. It's just easier to get to one track for us right now.
Yeah.
We are looking to hopefully have 4 cars running this season.
The way it's looking though, I'm still only going to be part-time at the track because of my work schedule.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about it. But
Right. But
I'll be
we're,
dedicated on my weekends that I make it.
oh, absolutely. So whether we have 3 or 4 cars out there, if we can get the car count out there, because it's sounding like it's going to be a big turnout for Get Her Done this year with the new owner running it.
Yep.
So we got a lot to look forward to this season. We got cars that we got to get built, and like I said, we don't have sponsors for a lot of what we do. A lot of this comes out of our pockets right now,
Yep.
and some weeks it hurts, but it's all part of racing. Cars break, they got to get fixed. We do what we can to get them on track, and if people help us along the way,
That's awesome. But if
it's
not,
it's great. But
all
it
about
also
us.
it also gets people's names on our cars if we get sponsored.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to reach out with sponsorships,
Plenty of spaces on the cars, guys. If you have a junkyard, even better.
yeah, sponsorships. We'll get your name on our car. You can reach out via our Facebook page at BEM Team Racing and CVC. My email is also listed as well on the YouTube page, so you can find it there as well. But there's ways to contact us. So yeah, looking forward. It looks like it's going to be a busy season, and we're looking forward to it. So with that, we're going to wrap this one up. We'll be bringing more of Off the Dirt, because we're going to be bringing our team driver in next. We're going to have a sit down and talk with him on his rookie year that he just had, and see what his
Great
future's
year.
going to hold. Yep.
He had a really great year for being a half the season rookie.
Yep,
Yeah.
he did. So we can't wait to talk to him next. That'll be our next upcoming episode. So subscribe to us on YouTube. I thank everyone that's been watching. We're getting there. We're getting subscribers, which is great. We definitely would like to get some more.
Keep sharing us. Just keep sharing us. Get the word out.
Yeah,
We can use your support.
because this dirt track team's got a lot of years left in us, and we're just going to keep putting the videos and the content out there. So until the next video, we'll catch you next time.